I'm going crazy. 무뎌져.
One point of view, it's the 21st century, but few people still love and wish to live in the 20th century just like me. It's not like I'm that person with all these thoughts, but I just envy those past years of world rather than the present and future one. Don't you have a thought once that what if we were born in a time when the world population was too little and there would be a more green and calm environment, not that full of technology world? Well, I'm a bachelor in information technology, but sometimes my interests keep changing. Author point of view, right now you are sitting in your living room with your laptop in your lap and your hands tapping while you are looking for some beautiful places to live in for summer vacations. Most of the places were in a forest or calm area where the human population is too little. While you were doing your stuff, someone entered the living room, catching your attention because the sound his feet make on the wooden floor beneath his feet. Your eyes gazed at his walking figure, which was sweating right now, probably because he just came out of his personal gym room. His red and long hairs were giving him a damn hot look. But when you look at his doe eyes, they give the most innocent and pure look ever. But then your eyes will travel to the tattooed arm. Somehow the tattoos give him a unique look, even though these days getting a tattoo is common. But he has that different vibe from all of others. You can't compare him to anyone else. You know why? Because that will be disrespectful for his charismatic personality. He filled the glass with water and gulped it down. But a few drops of water fell on his jawline going along his neck path. You gulped, looked away with your blushing cheeks, but you heard him chuckling. Did he see me? Check him out, you thought. You felt a cow sinking down from your right side. You looked beside you, witnessing your husband sitting his eyes catch your laptop screen. Why are you looking through cottage houses in the forest of Jeju Island? Actually, I was looking for a better one for summer vacation. I'm gonna go there for a few days just. Shrugging your shoulder, you closed the tab, opened on the screen. He bobbed his head up and down. You saw his reflection on the laptop screen. It seemed like he wants to say something to you. Facing him, you asked, "You wanna say something?" "I wanna say something." You both spoke together. It was silent for a few seconds, but then you both burst out laughing. You can say it, he said properly. His hands went to his thighs, rubbing them. Actually, one of my aunts has thrown a party as her son came back from overseas and she had invited most of our relatives to get together. Mom called and she said we should also visit everyone at the party. Even if it's for 5 minutes or an hour, that's her choice, but we should visit our relatives. His finger curled in showing he was nervous while saying this. This shows that he cares about you so much. The reason I'll tell you soon. You thought about it looking down. If you don't go there, your in-laws will be disappointed, but if you go, then you have to face each of them. Sighing heavily, you nodded. I will. No, we'll go to the party. You put a little smile on your face, assuring him. His doe eyes sparkled with a smile appearing on his face. Thank you so much. He hugged you, taking you off guard, earning a chuckle from you. You hugged him back, rubbing his back. It's okay, sometimes a few of self-sacrifices are needed to make relations strong. And if that is related to you and mom, dad, then I'm ready to face anything. His arms tightened hearing your words. I don't know how to say this, but you deserve much more than anything you have right now. The behavior they have done with you, if it was in my hand, not even once I will let you to meet even one of them. But you know the world doesn't work like that. We have to compromise sometimes. He broke the hug with a wide smile. I know, right? But now tell me what you wanna eat. He whispered and thankfully didn't hurt him. What? Whatever you will make, I will eat it happily. You chuckled, nodding and getting up from the couch, going to make the best dinner for him. As he went from there, he placed his hand on his chest, where his faster beating heart is situated. Damn, this thing beats too fast when you are in front of me. And when this close, it's difficult to control myself. But thanks for putting yourself down just to make my parents happy, even if you don't need to do this. He whispered to himself, looking at your figure working in the kitchen. Now let me tell you the reason why he turned meet his relatives. Jungkook was in a good relationship with one of his cousin's friends before your marriage, but the relationship was only one-sided from Jungkook. That girl just wanted to be close to one of Jungkook's male cousins because he was more rich and successful than Jungkook, so she indirectly was just using him. When Jungkook's female cousin informed him about his girlfriend's dirty thoughts, Chung was in disbelief, and his parents were too worried for their son as he broke up with that girl, and she wasn't even guilty for her wrongdoings. Then Mr. Chun, Chung's father, was friends with your parents and decided to marry you both together. You were happy with your parents' choice, but Chung was just quite okay with his parents' decision until you went to one of his family get-together before marriage and everyone was eyeing you like you did something wrong. Mrs. Chun is such an elegant lady. She wasn't aware of the surroundings that day, and collectively his aunts and cousins insulted you, not knowing the full situation about Jungkook's breakup, and that even led you to the hospital. Because one of them pushed you and you fell on a glass table. Then Jung got aware about the situation. He ran to a hospital for you. And guess what? His ex came to the hospital and made a chaos saying that his cousin doesn't want to be in a relationship with her and he wants to marry him now, but Chung was too wise to fall for her trap again and kicked her out of hospital, while Chung's relatives were informed wrongly that you snatched Jungkook from his girlfriend. And they knew his ex from a long time, so they trusted on her instead of you. But after a short period of time, you both got married. Chung slowly started to open up to you. And until now, you both are in a healthy relationship. There isn't much of an intimacy in a relationship for now, but you both do trust each other and care for each other. And that's the main thing in a relationship. I think so. Being loyal and trustworthy for your better half. The next day you got ready to go to the get-together party wearing boho beach floral dress with elegant v-neck flared sleeves with high vest that shows your beautiful and elegant look perfectly with peach color, plain heels and a hand purse. Your curly hair falling on your back with a pretty clip in your back hairs to put them in place, applying sunscreen and a little makeup on it. You apply lip gloss in your lips with strawberries flavor. Then you sprayed your favorite fragrance on yourself. Checking your full look, you walked out of your room. You saw your husband wearing his grey blazer on his white shirt, looking handsome as ever. He looked up to see you all ready to go with him. He smiled, walking close to you. You look beautiful. He spoke in his husky voice, giving shivers to your skin. You shyly looked down and placed your hair behind your ear. You look handsome too. He took off giving you his hand. You grabbed his hand, walked out to his car standing out. Reaching the home of Chung's aunt, you both entered the house. House helper guiding both of you. As you both entered the hall, Chung's eyes caught his mother standing with his aunt. Most of his uncles were sitting on the couch talking about politics and business issues with his dad. Chung's mother saw you both and her lips curved up in a beautiful smile. She quickly walked to both of you. Oh, my lovely son and daughter are here. What a beautiful day. She hugged you first, pecking your cheek, and then she hugged Jungkook, pecking his forehead. You smiled, seeing her motherly love for both of you. How are you, Mom? And Dad too. I'm perfect, my love, and your dad too. How are you both? She cupped your cheek, asking with a smile, You are good too, Mom. He gripped your hand and is looking at you. Your cheeks blushed because of his tear. Oh, look like I'm gonna be grandma soon. Your eyes widened at her words and you looked away all shy while Chung chuckled to your surprise. Well, Mom, you need to wait for it a little more. Mr. Chun nodded, patting his shoulder. Let's go, you need to meet your aunts and uncles too. And Chung's cousin are too eager to meet Vine too. Your eyebrows frowned hearing this and Chung gripped your vest. I stopped being so protective of my daughter. They heard about Vine's achievement in IT currently in her dad's company. She is such an intelligent girl and a perfect wife, so they were excited to meet her. Chung sighed, nodding. He looked at him for permission. You can meet them, but tell me if you feel uncomfortable anytime, okay? He pecked your forehead not only to show his relatives that he belonged to you only, but he truly cared for you. Then you went with Mrs. Chun to meet the female relatives, and Chung went to his dad and uncles. This time his aunts weren't behaving like last time with you maybe. Mr. Chung told them the reality because it's been 5 months since that situation occurred. Chung's cousins were too good to you, as they were cheering for your work and your elegant personality. You were happy to meet them. It was like after a long time you were in some feminine company, otherwise you're always working between majority of males, if you accept it or not, when most women sit together. And of same age, then there are never-ending gossips going on, and every each of them love it. Hey Ryan, call Jungkook, where's that kid being all the time? His first cousin spoke, making you chuckle. He's with his dad and uncles discussing Their so-called business stops. She rolled her eyes, laughing. That kid really is workaholic. How the heck you managed to live with him? Go Ryan, call him. Here we won't tease him. And have some gossip. My husband must be with him too. I'll call him. He nodded, going there with Lily. You saw Jungkook was sitting on a single couch with a female sitting on another long couch beside it. You thought she must be one of his cousins who came late, and other males were busy in other talks, so you walked to him, not looking at the girl. But suddenly your foot slipped and you fell in Jung's lap, gripping his arm tightly and his arm circled around your waist protectively. You noticed the fluid was spilled on the floor and you didn't notice it. But then you realized where you were sitting. You looked at Jungkook, who was already looking at you. He wasn't blinking his eyes, but his heart was beating too fast, just like yours. You can feel it as your one hand was on his chest. You felt his hot breath touching your skin as he was leaning close to you, forgetting his surroundings. But John, you flinched hearing her voice. When you looked at the other side, Jungkook's ex was sitting on it. You looked all confused at her, and then at Jungkook. He rolled his eyes that she interrupted such a good chance of him. I don't know who invited her, but she was literally eating my mind, and finally you came like a spring season after an annoying storm, he whispered, and you laughed at the choice of his words. You both ignored Leah's presence. Am I invisible to both of you? She now yelled, gaining others' attention, sitting and standing there. Who the heck invited you? Just then Mrs. Chong came in anger and asked from Leah. Leah rolled her eyes at Mrs. Chong. That's none of your business. I'm here to meet your son. Everyone gasped at her bitchy behavior. See, I told you all that she is the evil one, not Vian. Lily spoke to everyone and Leah got up from couch. What the Lily, you invited me here. Now everyone looked at Lily. Yes, I did, and Susie helped me too, so we can show everyone who the heck is here. They were all talking shit about Vian, but you're the shit here. Yeah, and how the heck you thought that you will trap my brother in your death trap after Jungkook? What? Susie scoffed. Zan is my brother. After breaking up with Jungkook, you went to him, but I already informed him about your dirty whereabouts. But Jungkook, you do love me, right? She acted innocent again and tried to grip Jung's arm. You stood up with your blushing cheeks, and Jungkook too. Jung slowly pushed her back. Leah, this is my last warning to you. Don't show yourself to me and any other member of my family, otherwise I'll not hesitate to call police any soon. Leah hugged, picking her purse up, glaring at you. You all will see what I'm capable to do. Yeah, go do what you want to do. Leah left and everyone now looked at you with guilt in their eyes. Jung's aunt apologized to you and you accepted it happily. After a few hours, you both came back home happily. Mrs. Chon and Mr. Chon were happy too. But as you entered the home, after closing the door, your back was pushed into the wall and your waist was gripped by his veiny hands. Jungkook, his nose went to your cheek, skin rubbing it there. His other hand gripped your hand and you rubbed his hand on your arms, going to your neck. You didn't realize what you did, right? He asked in a whisper, and you are still confused. What? He chuckled in his raspy voice, placing your hair behind your ear and rubbing the back of his hand on your soft cheek. Literally, you were sitting on my lap this long, and you didn't felt anything? You processed his words, and your eyes wouldn't realizing that. Now you looked everywhere but not in his eyes. So he gripped your chin and made you look at him. Don't hide those beautiful eyes from me or I will go crazy. From the time I have welcomed you in my life, I have searched those words in which I can describe how overwhelmed I am to have you in my life, but I'm still searching. Your thick black locks fly with wind as they want me to swim in your love in heaven of clouds. I have lost my life in you the time I fell in love with you. Your eyes blinked and your ears felt blessed hearing him saying this. What if I say that I'm in the same condition as yours then? He leaned his forehead on yours. Then let's process together in this, He asked, and you knew what he meant. You slowly nodded, giving him permission. Suddenly you were in the air as he picked you up in bridal style, and need to complete Mom's wish too. You giggled, capturing his lips in yours. You kissed him, cupping his cheek, and he replied to your
앞에서 정리 한번 하고 갑시다. 지민이 형 저 뜨고.